Hey, good morning. $10 minutes. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Bye. They good and gone. Cause they don't taking the knobs off the door. Now what's funny is they probably left everything else in there but the knobs.
Well, it make one door getting in easier.
But then again, you got clothes hanging out here. Maybe they are still here.
Ain't no telling.
I see some shoes.
Seeing anything in there?
I see some. Well, you know, it's hard to tell. It looks like could be some squatters, or they could just still be in there. Officer the court about to make armed entry. At least not the main people, because they the one who took the knobs off. Now, I'm gonna tell you something. I don't want to jinx you, because sometimes you say something. You're the best I ever seen.
Well,
I mean, it is unbelievable. Officer of the court, inbound the premises, make yourself known. Yeah, somebody's still in here because they had this door. Look at this right here. They had this door barricaded with this broom, which led me to believe that they was in here. Of course, I push in, and I don't see no guy. But maybe they just had it where they could leave out and barricade it. I don't think I can make out.
They had it barricaded from the inside?
Yeah, when I push on it, you can see this deadbolt is on here.
Yeah.
So maybe it was just a barricade, but this broom was up against what I thought where they had barricaded. But there's no telling. They could just be in jail somewhere. Who knows?
Yeah, there ain't no telling.
It says ain't no telling with folks.
Ain't got no power.
No power.
Looks like a half a doobie in there or a cigarette.
One thing I give them though is they kind of tidy compared to
Yeah.
some of these we see.
What I'm fixing. They look clean.
Yeah. I mean, if you're gonna live with no utilities, you might as well keep it clean.
Ain't that the truth? There's your door right there.
Pictures, crew running late, they'll be here in a minute. There's pictures taken.
It don't look like it's gonna take very long.
No, they don't take that long. Yeah, I'm back here in the back. Hey, how's it going?
How you doing?
Yeah, let me take my pictures. We got 4 today.
Okay.
2 houses and
2
2
apartments?
apartments.
Okay.
Sí, fue del mundo, pero ya yo vivo, porque yo vivo hasta allá en la mar, en el fresco. En la mar, en la fresca. Ahí vivo de los niños, vienen en el centro. Entonces también no llega allá a hacer. Y hay que aplicarlo. ¿Para? No, no para. No, pues no. Allá donde yo vivo no puede llegar.
max.
Oh yeah.
If not, it's probably.
What are you doing?
If you have,
What are you doing?
I'm logging into, I have a call at 11. But for me, a man who makes that much money, there's nothing wrong with that. But if you have, like for me, I'm the type of woman, I want to retire my parents. I have, certain goals that I want to reach. And if
How much? What do you do? Did you go to college?
I stopped going to college about a year
All
ago.
right. So how you gonna retire your? How you gonna retire your? No, listen. No.
I trade currency.
Okay, you trade currency. That's fine. Where do you live?
I live in Buckhead.
Okay. Do you live? You don't live. You live by yourself. You're how old again? 24.
24. I live with my sister. Me and my sister live together. We live in.
You trade currency. How long you been doing that?
3 years.
All right. Then, are you doing financially well?
I am.
So you want to retire your family. What about why would your husband want to retire his in-laws?
That's what I was about to say. So for me, if a man doesn't make that much money, or even if he does make that much money, my issue with that is I wouldn't necessarily feel like it needs to be my life goal to put my entire financial state on a man because he makes $100,000 a year. If I want to retire my parents, if I have certain goals that I feel like I feel like my parents deserve to be retired early. I feel like they deserve
Stop.
lifestyle. Okay, go ahead.
You ain't talking like nobody's wife. You're talking like a goddamn dude.
Me, some would say.
Yeah, and the kind of man that make that kind of money, talking about, ain't gonna deal with a man like you. We're gonna talk about what you want. What the fuck? I mean, the man's make that kind of money. He looking for a wife that raise his own legacy. Not worried about your family and what you want to do for your mom and dad. That's their life. He got parents. He retired his parents before he.
That's what I'm saying.
But your responsibility is supposed to be thinking about your man and what you do for your legacy, not what you do to pay your parents back.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That would be my life choice. So
as a single woman, yes.
A man who makes 100,000, 300,000 a year, that's good money. But for my specific life goals at 24, with plenty of
Man,
options and
plenty of options for what? Plenty of options for what?
for dating, and as far as
Really?
the time in my life
So
situation,
let me ask you a question. What would you rank yourself on a scale from 1 to 10? Just your face. You cannot use 7. First face out of the shower.
fresh face out of the shower, I would say a 6. And when I'm dressed, hair, all that, I would say a 7, 8.
So you give yourself an adjustable 6.
Yes.
So you put yourself on the same level as Sweet.
Well, that's what you ranked her as. That was
I will
your
give you a 5 at best. I will
and your
give you average, and then your weight and your weight is below average.
okay, and
And that means, man, the way you're talking is like you say you got a lot of options, but not for the kind and caliber man you're talking about, not that kind of money. You may have a lot of options for dudes making, average money, but not for no man talking about $300,000-$400,000 a year. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Not here in Atlanta.
well, like I said, for my life goals, a man who makes 100,000, 300,000 a year, that's cool. That's good money. But that's not enough money for me to say, I'm stopping what I'm doing and only your cares matter. What I want to do for my family, what my goals are.
This is a single woman. This is a dead woman walking.
Oh my goodness.
Dead woman
I
walking.
mean, I mean, this is my thing. And like I said, I have a call, so I'm gonna go. That I love a lot of what you say, but that's for a woman who doesn't have any desire to
Man,
do anything but be a
you
wife.
you I mean, but the thing
And
is, you're gonna have to do all that because your attitude, your masculine energy is gonna make sure you got to take care of yourself because the man who
Can I meet a man who makes less than I do, but who is loyal, who can give me everything I want, but he makes less than me? I'm
let me tell
willing
you
to.
something. The men that you need make less than you, and you probably need to deal with one of them because they can give you something that you lack, humility.
Hmm.
That's what's solid. I think of my friend in Philadelphia, and he's the kind of man you would actually need, but you would bypass him because he didn't go to college. He's probably smarter than most of the guys that you know.
Oh no,
See the
I'll take.
problem,
Yeah,
but they don't. But if they don't make that kind of money, see, you're in a trick bag. You got 2 kids early on, and your standard is extremely high. You've had men with money and rappers and all this other kind of stuff, but the problem is, do you really bring that kind of value? Because if you did, you should be able to maintain. You can acquire men left and right, but can you keep a quality man?
no, you know why? Because when I had a quality man, I was like, oh my God, this guy is so boring. He want me in at a certain time. He doesn't want me at a guy's VIP. So I was like, you know what? It's over. But guess what? If I can go back and take that man back, I'll take him back. He was right. I
How
should.
long ago was this?
This was 3 years ago. I shouldn't be in no man's VIP. There's
Nope.
things I shouldn't wear. So I'll take him back if I
But
could.
but did you really not know that?
I didn't want to hear it. I wanted to do me.
Well, this is why I don't mind this being punitive because I think women who do what you do have a price to pay because you had a suitable man and you did not want to get on his page. I mean, it's not like he was asking you to do anything other than be what you said you want a man to be. See, I got to ask you something. You own your own business, right?
Yes.
But do you work for yourself or do you have a job as well?
I have both.
What's the larger percentage of your income, your job or your business?
My corporate job.
All right. If you were involved in an accident where your face was disfigured, and unfortunately the company you work for downsized and they outsourced you, who would you be?
I will be a trust fund baby, unfortunately.
Well, at least you know. Well, so what you are is an executive wife.
Okay.
And I'm shout out to Ashley, shout out to my homegirl Ashley Smith. I mean, I went to Houston to talk about pretty professional problems, and I've come up with this term executive wife. Women like you fit into this category of executive wife, meaning you're gonna have to make a deal with a quote unquote high value man. Um, and just like a CEO has an executive assistant, y'all will have a marriage of practicality, and eventually love may come down the line, but it starts with respect, duty. Because he'd be buying a pretty woman, taking a pretty woman and taking on your kids, and you get your higher value guy, but it ain't gonna be romantic. It's gonna be practical because the other groups of men cannot even come close to your lifestyle expectations. When your husband,
Yeah, let me just take a break. Yeah, just take a break. Yeah, you can just take a break. Yeah, just take a break. Just take a break.